Welcome back to the show, people. We have got, as usual, because we don't do bad shows, another killer show for you people. We're going to talk a little bit. Talk a little bit about Crash's follies. Little consensus. Market is in a bloodbath we haven't seen for quite some time, and maybe even a little JP Morgan stuff since they run the financial world. Crash, what up?
Hey, man, I can't believe this thing.
It's a
I'm ready to jump off
bloodbath.
a bridge if it goes down any lower.
It's a bloodbath, but you and I know what the deal is. This is the time to not give financial advice, and we don't do that. So, not financial advice. This is just for educational purposes and, as you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
know,
yeah. If I had
entertainment.
money, I'd be buying.
You're buying. Don't give me that. You're creating crypto every day.
So I guess so.
I'm proud to say I did a little buying today. Not much, but a little bit. The key is when stuff's down like this, I don't like to sell at all. And if you can buy, you buy. So for me personally, that's, just me. And I think Crash feels the same way.
Mhm.
Um, but again, not financial advice. You got to do what works for you. Anyways, Bitcoin 23,500. We're looking at live Coin Watch today, one of Crash's favorites, because Coin Market Watch has really hacked me off. So we're switching over to live Coin Watch. What do you think of that,
What'd they do?
Crash?
What'd they do? How come they
For
hacked you off?
quite a while, they have a problem with Town Coin. All of a sudden it won't come up, and it's like, really? On and off for
Oh,
probably a week or so. It's like, I'm sick of the games. It's owned by Binance. I don't
yeah.
know about that.
Oh,
So we're going with
okay.
Live Coin Watch. We got this hooked up to Skearch too,
I
so
don't.
we're going
I
to
don't know
support
what the
it.
history is on. I don't know what the history is on Live Coin Watch. Who owns it or where it's from or anything really.
I don't either, but they're pretty thorough and they got some nice widgets that we're hooked up with,
Yeah.
so we're going to start backing them, man.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
and I should have taken your advice a long time ago and switched over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But what are you going to do? I'm a
I'm
stubborn
not
son of a
always
gun.
right. I'm not
No.
always right, so.
But you get it pretty good. Anyways, Ethereum 1265. Just some stuff of note, okay? Um, so yeah, Ethereum taking it on the chin, good down to 1265. Bitcoin's 23.5. How low did you see it? I saw it in the. Did you see it in the 22s? I thought it got in the 22s today.
The Bitcoin?
Yeah,
Uh, I didn't see it in the 22s, but it could have very well been there.
earlier
Let's see.
today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was at 22.8.
So, I mean, basically everything's getting hammered. XRP 32, Polkadot 713, AVAX 16.9, Litecoin 45.25, Crow getting hit hard. A lot of these companies, too, they've announced layoffs. Okay, I know Crow did, Coinbase did, pretty much all of them did. Which is, it
Oh,
doesn't mean the world's coming to an end. Very normal. They hired a ton of people, to handle the growth.
yeah,
So they're paring back some. A lot of them, like Musk announced layoffs, it's all management. It's not the workers that are making the cars because there's no demand. It's
yeah,
it's management because they're getting more streamlined. So, and
yeah.
these exchanges, they automate, they get rid of people. That's how it is, man. You hire people, automate. Sometimes you're getting rid of some people. So
Mhm.
it's tough to see it under a trillion, right? The total market cap 997
Oh,
on this.
brutal.
Brutal, but man, the deals are out there. So you take what you can get, people.
I know.
Anyways,
I wish I could sell like one of my vacation homes or something real quick.
I'm trying to move an oil rig right now, but it's not moving because
Yeah, I know. It gets tied up in the bureaucracy. If you can't move, you can't sell those things fast.
well, the problem is the price of oil. It's just not high enough. I think I'll be able to move it when we get to 160 a barrel. But at 120, there's just not enough demand.
Oh yeah, it's going 300 a barrel for sure.
The gas prices are insane. So, but
I asked my favorite restaurant guy the other day. I said, "Hey, how's business going here? You seen a downturn at all?" And he said, a little bit. We're still ahead of projections, and but the clientele has shifted." He said it used to he said it used to be about 50-50 people that lived within 2 miles of the restaurant, and 50% outside of 2 miles. And he said now it's like 78 or 90% that live within 2 miles are his clients.
okay.
People aren't traveling to eat out. They're eating out, but they're not traveling to eat out.
Yeah. With these gas prices, you're looking at, hey, travel plans today within my family changed because of gas prices. It's like, you know what? Let's not do that because it's like an extra 25 miles. Why waste the gas? you know?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yep.
enough's enough. But anyways, so they want that. They want to create a recession. I don't know how people can't think that we're in a recession now, but okay, I guess we're not. Um, However, the S&P 500 officially went into bear market territory today. So that is official. You guys, I've talked about this before. If you want to watch how the markets are doing, you watch the bond market, not the stock market. And the bond market is having fits right now. The 10 years up 0.218 for the yield for the day, which that's a big move for the 10 years. So and that puts it at 3.373%. So we'll see. And they're supposed to raise rates another at least 50 basis points Wednesday. So this is going to get fun, people.
Was there the 2 year and 10 year invert, or was I wrong on that?
Um,
What's the
I
two
don't.
year versus the 10 year?
Let me see what that is here. 2 year versus 10. Ah. Hold on here, people. See. Here we go. Let's see. 2 year 3.75% and 10 year 3.67%. So they probably did briefly. They aren't currently, but they're pretty close. They're very close. 3.375
Well, the 10 year
versus.
should be higher than the 2 year, right?
No, it's lower currently, but not by much. And it's the 2 years 3.373, the 10 years 3.366. So it's close. And it probably did earlier. You probably heard that it did because it did earlier, and it just kind of went back. But
Yeah.
interesting stuff. Markets are having problems, and they're not normal when everything's down. Stocks are down, bonds are down. Even when stocks and bonds, usually those are inverse. If bonds are up and then stocks are down because money's flowing, from the stock market into the bond market, or vice versa. Well, now it's everything. So it's a
Yeah.
pan sell off. So gold's down. Basically everything's down.
I think they're
Anyways,
setting us up for the big reset.
yeah, it does feel. I look at it two different ways. I was talking to a friend this weekend. there's one of two scenarios. Either the globe goes to the US dollar as the one world currency, or there's a doggone reset. So, and I don't see the other
Yeah.
happening. So, I think we're going through this for a reset, and they got to burn down the old system first. You
Yep.
know?
Yeah, they want it as low as they can so they can pick it back up
Yeah.
with the reset
So
and make
consensus.
trillions and trillions.
Yeah, exactly. And trillions are going to go into DeFi. That's a big. Look at all these DeFis, man. There are some deals in DeFis as far as I see it. Look at Curve down to 73 cents. That's pretty high quality. There's a lot of them. A lot of DeFis are just, Songbirds 2.5 cents. So, I mean, there's all sorts of anything you look at. I mean, just, anything you look at is going to be dirt cheap. So, it may be a good time to buy assets for myself, for Crash. I don't know. But you got to decide for yourself.
Well,
Anyways.
that'd be a good time to put some money into that travel fund for me.
Yeah, we should.
Help pay my travel expenses.
Exactly. Well, we're working on that, Crash. We're going to hit you up. We're going to put a couple Songbird in there for you today. That'll be 5 cents. Hey, what about Consensus? Do you follow Consensus at all, Crash?
No.
Okay, so that was this weekend. That's CoinDesk's thing. Convention, basically.
The conference?
Yeah, the conference. It was in Houston, or I think Austin, maybe, but in Texas this year.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in crypto was there. We should have been there in hindsight, but Texas is so doggone dry. That's my problem. Unless you go down to
It's humid, man. It's been like 95 it's been over 100 degrees for like the last 10 days and humid.
Is it humid there?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they give you that moisture rolling off of the Gulf of Mexico.
I suppose if you go down far enough, yeah. Anyways, should have been there. We didn't, but of course you were recovering from your travels, so.
Yeah. So what any good stories coming out of the Consensus?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people, even the big banks were there. They said it felt kind of different. And it is this correction is different because there's just a lot more going on, and we are so prepared to build now.
Yeah.
It's these things that are tied really heavily to Bitcoin that I think are, like Luna. Then Luna, Bitcoin, the thing is about it's a solid asset, but it is volatile. So you better have your stuff balanced properly, or you're gonna get burned on the volatility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that volatility will shake out as time goes by. Anytime an asset like that, a new asset when it's in its infancy, which it still is,
Right.
it's highly volatile. That'll settle down in a decade or so, probably.
Yeah, it's gonna take time. It's still super early. And the thing is about this too is these banks and these institutions, they're not paying even medium prices for these things. They're getting deals on them. So they look at how this is tanking, and then they're probably going over the counter and getting even further discounts on this stuff. So
Yeah.
hard to believe they're not loading up,
Oh, they are.
Yeah. So, but as far as Consensus goes, I don't have any specific stories. I know J.P. Morgan started talking. This is an interesting article about J.P. Morgan. They want to bring trillions of dollars of tokenized assets to DeFi. And this sounds a lot like Ripple and XRP when you start reading it.
Mm.
It's interesting, but then you realize that this is all within their walled garden. So it's great as long as you stay within JP Morgan. As soon as you get out of it, you need something to, you need a transfer token, or you need to be able to move money between different assets, and that's where Stellar, XRP, different other tokens are going to do this. But they're going to get into big DeFi. I mean, they're getting into it. I still say with Ethereum, I mean, it
Well,
is
if JP Morgan is involved in it, it's not DeFi.
exact. That's the other thing, though. That's a great point, Crash. You're right. It's not decentralized.
No.
So, and that brings us to Celsius. That had a big news. What was that, man? Let's see if we can pull it up real quick. But basically, they
My
stopped.
phone's blowing up.
Oh, your phone is?
Yeah, I got the ringer off, so it's vibrating.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
That's all right. So, first mover Americas Bitcoin Ether plunge anew as Celsius halts withdrawals. So basically, Celsius came out today, and I think this is still going on. Crash. I'm not sure, but man, this is an annoying site.
Yeah, they stopped deposits. Like it's
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So basically, did they stop deposits? They stopped with.
No. No, they stopped withdrawals.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's
they'll
like
take
a
deposit.
bank. It's like a bank. What do they call that? Bank holiday,
Right.
where they stop all withdrawals.
Right. Celsius announced in a blog post that it was pausing withdrawals amid extreme market conditions. I mean, it is. It's centralized, and people will realize that. But most people are at banks anyways, so I don't know. I think we'll see where all this goes. They're gonna work out the exchanges now and DeFi. I think this stuff's gonna get hit really good as far as regulations and figuring out what's going to survive and what isn't. So, but this was probably the biggest news today. Some people think the market tanked from this. I don't think so. I think this is.
Well, I mean, we had Luna collapse, and now we got Celsius having problems, and who's next?
Right. Nexo is proposing
Well,
Celsius buyout as rival lending platform halts withdrawals. So there's going to be consolidation. Celsius, though, man, I thought they were like really dialed in, and I don't know. I mean, I thought they were a little bit better than to do this, but I guess
you
not.
you got to really dig in under the hood to understand these things.
Yeah.
And how they're collateralized.
Right. Yeah. And I think they were heavy Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes down to 23. Can you withstand it? I guess not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of resistance, though. There's a lot of support, I should say, in the low 20s for Bitcoin. So if we go below that, then it's going to get interesting.
Oh, it just dropped to 18.
Right.
No. Bitcoin just dropped to 18,000.
A lot of people are calling for that, or 8. Now is when you just get the extremes. Just like the other way when it's like, oh, it's going to be 250,000 by the end of the year. Now it's going back down to 3,000.
Yeah.
And the reality
I didn't think it would get this low. I thought 25, 27 was maybe the max it was going to go down.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, all risk assets. I mean, even non-risk. This is just a sell-off of everything. So it'll be interesting. We'll see where it goes, people. We'll see what the powers that be want to do. But I don't think crypto's going away. So
No.
This is part of it, though, man. You got to be able to. I mean, the smart people are take advantage of the volatility, you know.
Yep. Yep.
And
Right now is the time to jump on the lightning and ride it.
right. So, anyways, people, quick update for you guys. There is a ton going on with Gala, so we're gonna do an update on them, maybe even tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll kind of see what else we're going to talk about, but we got some others. There's a lot going on. It's really hard to keep up, but I wanted to get this out just because I know you guys are just panicking, and Crash's phone is blowing up, and jeez.
Yep. Yeah, and then we got Fuzzle coming out. The app for Fuzzle should be launched on Friday, right?
Is it? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they said in the AMA last week.
Okay. Yeah, Crash and I hit our first AMA for that this week. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was shocked that I got right on there to ask a question.
Yeah, on Discord, that was pretty. That's I'm starting to learn Discord. Discord's a powerful tool. There is a lot of garbage on it. It's kind of like Twitter, like that, you know. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
garbage, but man, it's powerful, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you guys soon. Hit the like and subscribe on your way out. We would really appreciate that. Drop us a comment if you want to talk about something. And don't panic and take advantage of the situation if you can.
You know, I'm looking at the charts here, and Gala is the only one that's still triple digits up on the 1 year number.
Is that
Everything
right?
else, everything else, near protocol and Shiba Inu are like 14 and 22%, but
Yeah.
Gala 480% on the year on the 1 year number.
Yeah. That's interesting. They just got out of their semi-annual conference, and we're gonna do a gala video, so we'll talk about stuff. There's just an absolute ton to talk about with them, so we'll have to
Yeah,
do a
right.
separate video on that, you guys. But
Sounds good.
do the right thing, people. We'll talk to you real soon.
Adios, amigos.
Crash. How
Did you
many
turn the
now?
darn thing off this time?
Yeah,
Everybody keeps texting me saying, "Hey, I heard you talking about this and this and this on the show, but I think it was after you were supposed to be off the air."
of course.
I, I hope you're not. I hope that doesn't happen every time.
There's a problem with my on-off switch when I shut the show off. It's weird. I don't really get it. I'm working on it. Where it's one of those tech issues, you know.
A little glitch, huh?
Yeah, a little glitch like Celsius. It's weird. You can't take anything out, but the bring in area works fine with us.
Yeah.
You can bring anything in, but if you want to take it out, we got a glitch.
It's kind of like the banking system. It's a technology holiday.
If the market conditions are so extreme, well, then how come you can take stuff in? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, people.
All I know is there's a heck of a thunderstorm right on top of me right now. Holy mackerel.
Hey, don't get hit by
Hopefully.
lightning, Crash.
Oh, it's lightning like crazy, man. I haven't seen this much lightning in a long time.
Oh, man. I can already hear the lightning sick day tomorrow. I can't do it. I got struck by lightning.
Oh, there's too much lightning yesterday. My energy's off.